It's the morning of Nicole's big day in Broken Hill.
Oh, me too.
But she may have a big problem.
I've been trying to already this, no time. Oh, shit. I'm not tired. What happened to you,
Nicole's $70 dress is going to be topped off with a bargain she It's time for the bridesmaids to shine. These dresses are not had to complete. Finally, the moment that Nicole discovers if her dress actually fits. With only an hour to the ceremony, there's not going to be time to fix any problems. It looks like we have a winner. Nicole may have just proven that going cheap pays off.
I just paid $160 for my dress. I feel like a $1,000,000 bride. And you look like a $1,000,000 bride, so that's fun.
Everything looks perfect. It's too bad the makeup artist just left.
Marriage is both wonderful and challenging.
In the dining room at Fitzroy Bowling Club, Sarah and Shannon are exchanging vows under their homemade bunting.
I promise to respect your culture by trying to remember to take off my boots inside.
RJ!
Hold your hand when we are all like kids.
You are going to have a baby sibling, okay? Mommy can't hold you all the time.
Go on.
Okay? You just want to play. What? I know you think of what? Take a what? Take a what?
It's off to the bowling club, where guests dress down for a friendly game of bridal bowl.
Husband, I'm on too. I'm on baby ball.
The market flowers and off-shop decorations have transformed the club room.
Go let your dad hold you.
To represent Sarah.
Why are you messing with your mom? What? Mom, buddy.
The party is on. You know.
Oh my God, what do you want?
Doing it on the chip.
We didn't plan on this couple of songs of what our wedding is.
I think we went a little bit over because we really wanted to go. So that probably went a bit over our budget. But like, this has been the best night of my entire life.
The day has arrived for Nicole and her man Nate to get hitched in Broken Hill.
Looking stomach. Nerves as shit.
Nate's nerves have been put to the test, as his bride is already 30 minutes late.
She done. I'm so nervous and emotional. But I just walked out, sit on my bed with them and I think once I'm like that, I'll sit Nate, I think I'll be fine. And I don't think because I'm nervous.
Marriage on rock rather than sand.
The ceremony goes off without any problems.
What do you consider to be the rock?
Almost.
Unless you want to answer now.
Oh, we're supposed to answer that.
Never mind. So, take this ring, sign my love and fidelity.
Nathan, take this ring. We'll sign my love and fidelity.
And that makes them husband and wife. And after the nuptials had finished, the beaming couple emerged from the historic church as one.
Hi, everyone! Cheers!
Now it's off for a photo session at the top of the good town. A quick repair to a wardrobe malfunction. The outback makes for a perfect background before the bride and groom head off to the reception. There's a bit of confusion with the seating arrangements. Lucky Julie's here to help.
Yeah, right. And then you always What? What you want?
Just move the phone, please.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I know what happened to this. It's cool. Bloody hell. So it's like very much sleeping. It's a very pants. Okay.
In Broken Hill, the party's kicked off for Nate, Nicole, and the guests.
That's it.
There's a slight problem once everyone has taken their seat.
What?
A completely empty table in the middle of the room.
Who's the same problem?
But there could be a simple explanation.
Well, it looks a bit nice just one tables. Well, it looks a bit like people just taking stuff, folks.
With everyone accounted for, it's time for dinner.
Nicky and Nathan, they're on the budget package, so it's $18 a head.
I have pork, roast pork and veggies.
They just get one for one. Usually the wedding is like $5 package, that's 3 courses.
I think it's 4. I'm not sure yet.
The food's more a la carte on the larger packages.
My sister, she likes it like LA carte meals. I want the LA carte meals.
It's a case of get what you get and don't get upset.
It is alternate drops, so we just place each meal, if you guys dislike it, they can just swap it around. Usually you get people who just struggle over it.
What are you getting on veggies?
Nicole and Nathan's wedding has cost $7,000, which is a fraction of the cost of the average Australian wedding. But that doesn't mean that it's any less special. The guests have enjoyed themselves. The night has had everything any other wedding might have. There's embarrassing speeches.
I'd also like to say these the Sheilas over here, they look outstanding.
Questionable singing. And dancing. They even managed to pull off the waltz. Plus all the other wedding traditions. To the loving couple, this is a day they will never forget. And do they wish they'd spent more than a few $1,000s?
Pretty much anyone pays, to me, anyone pays $20,000 to $30,000 for a wedding is ridiculous. See, us tonight says it all
did have a nice wedding, and her dress was a bomb. And she only got that much for $168. And then her bridesmaid dress was $7, and they all expensive.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Mark. We're from Tara, New South Wales.
We met nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It'll be 10 years in our wedding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Catherine and Mark are living proof that opposites attract.
My personality is deep. I do what I want. I will get cranky when I want.
I'm laid back, pretty easy going. Just go with the flow.
Oh, stop!
The young couple had saved over $20,000 for their perfect wedding, but a freak storm has left all their plans in tatters.
So the driveway got washed away, heavy rain, and it was quite dangerous, so we had to get it repaired. And this is our $20,000 driveway, and big shock.
Refusing to give up, they've been able to save some cash.
$1,000 for a fucking driveway?
Buy a wedding
Crazy. Y'all could have got it. You didn't get that shit y'all damn self.
and guess who's in charge.
I think it's every girl's dream to take the reins on a wedding and be in control.
So Catherine will attempt to take control of the cost of her wedding dress, but she might be in for a big surprise.
What's the story? I don't really know yet. I haven't really looked into anything.
For brides on a budget, there is one golden rule to avoid getting carried away and ending up with that expensive must-have dress.
Stick to your budget. Don't try dresses on that you know you're not going to be able to afford to buy. Because you may just fall in love with one of those dresses. I think I want something that you buy.
It looks like Catherine might be ignoring that advice.
That's gorgeous. Your waist looks so tiny. I seriously can't even breathe.
But luckily Mum's here to bring her back to earth.
Just a little bit fancy, not really a fancy person.
But maybe it can
So how much?
2,000.
no. Right. Really hard to get out Catherine could shop online. She may end up with a cheap dress, but not the one she really wants.
The main thing that gets hugely on my nerves is people have the misconception that you can't get a cheaper dress at a bridal shop.
I like it. It's beautiful. That one's only $269.
Okay, well, the price might be right, but
I don't think it's
maybe third time's the charm.
Yeah, isn't it? Perfect. Just what I was looking for. Comfortable, flowy, beachy.
your wife is better on here too.
Yeah. Maybe just a bit of bling on the front. Right? Play bling.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It comes down to the all-important question.
What sort of price
Bae.
is this one?
Beautiful.
Bae. 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 Look,
Wow. Okay, go.
don't I look like Ivy Gold, the scourge of Carpathia? Command you, Lord.
Penrith couple, Ellen and Daisy, are also on a tight budget.
Huh? Huh?
Look at him. Police ain't gonna get no fuck.
Now we can always up against the bar.
You have to watch him. You want to slap the shit out of there, baby. Shit, you think I thought right, but shut up.
But to afford their wedding, they've ripped and saved $6,000, and they can't spend a penny more.
We started this wedding with a zero bank account. We can never do
To do this, they've had to make some big sacrifices, and Ellen put the brakes on her university degree to work as a hostess.
Yes, I don't know if it's on right now. I haven't been.
Their love of this beautiful river may be what they have in common, but Dave and Ellen also have another, more cosmic connection.
We love that.
That's it. It's Battlestar Galactica.
Second to
Second today.
They've chosen the sci-fi TV series Battlestar Galactica as the theme for their wedding.
We both love the show and it brought us closer together.
Yeah, and that's how we bonded, those late nights on the sofa with the chips and Battlestar Galactica. Really, well, they filled our relationship, didn't it?
But on their tight budget, shipping expensive merchandise from America just wasn't possible.
So you going over there?
So Dave has painstakingly built and painted the models, which will be the table centerpieces, while Ellen has hand-sewn, cut and pasted most of the decorations herself. With a fluid.
Gallivan's ready again, and I found their suit. Admiral Enormous suit, Battlestar Galactica, that cost just under $130. So it's going to look an absolute $1 million piece.
And okay.
But it's not all science fiction today. There are the traditional wedding items as well.
They're the little flower girls things, and we picked those up for $28 off eBay. They were right. So yeah, we are pretty cheap, and these little headbands, it was like $1 each. And this beautiful cake stand is what Dave made. We had everything. You know, Dave had all the wood. We ordered the little letters, the love of the internet from eBay and stuff, and they were $1 each. So in total, it cost nothing.
Yeah, I think they only cost about $13 or something.
Yeah, in total to make. And look at it, it's beautiful.
Ellen and David have worked tirelessly for months, doing everything themselves to stick to the strict $6,000 limit for their Battlestar Galactica wedding.
We're not going to be in debt afterwards, are we? We've worked it out, so there's no debt hanging around.
But that's going to change when they find out the cost of the bell is out of their price range.
Got anything interesting?
With only 2 days to go until her wedding, Catherine is pulling out all her decoration bargains that she's spent months hunting down for the lowest possible price.
Like, we got like $10 or $12 on clearance from $40.
She has saved us different ranges for the service with us. They gave different prices from different places.
Right on clearance, right on sale, Boxing Day sale.
Yeah, love it.
Cat has looked at every possible way to save a buck.
Can you iron the tablecloths?
Even choosing to buy things rather than hiring them has proved to be cheaper.
So the biggest quote that I thought was ridiculous was the hiring of linen. We got quoted $15 per tablecloth. There's 8 to do. Plus if they got damaged, they got wine, we have to pay for that damage.
But that problem got solved.
We got them on clearance with shop $5. So $5. And now we can sell them, so that's even better.
Wine glasses would have been $70 to hire, but Kat worked out that she could buy them for $86 and then plug them up online after the event.
Even if I like make half of what I paid, that contract is still better. Like once you hire it, you've lost the money. So, but I hate to tell you now, every single 80
Damn, you're ugly.
Maybe not be what you say.
So when the lady street there's going to be a marker, so everyone will have their own glass with their name, and that's their responsibility to look after their glass. If not, something fee.
Beyonce Martin returned after picking up another of Kat's super saving finds.
So we were going to hire the chairs. They were $3.60 each to hire. And then we got a catalogue from Big W, and these chairs on clearance for $3 each from $15.
Technically, they don't actually own them.
We've sold them already to a lady on our like a local supply top of sales page. So free advertising, sold them, gone. Day after the wedding, they'll just
of how much they cost.
Her budget-busting master plan is to actually resell as many things as possible.
People are wanting to cut costs, so we help other people out by selling them second hand.
And there's no limit to what's for sale.
Anything that is still usable again to sell, we'll sell.
Don't stand still, Mark. She'll still do it.
Yes.
Sandra has been waiting for this special moment for a long time.
When I had my door title, I had to have all the flowers with the church and the trimmings.
But going super cheap on the big day can lead to one thing.
Should be the bicycle on the day. Space.
In Sydney, new parents Rachel and Craig are taking baby Evelyn to their local harbourside beach for her first ever swim.
What do you reckon?
Balmoral Beach holds a special memory as it's where Craig popped the big question.
The boat out, the towel out, the new goes, said, well, would you like to marry me?
As you walk in front of the ring.
Yes. And she was like, yes.
That was 18 months ago. They weren't in a big rush to tie up, but the engagement celebrations changed all that.
So we had an engagement party, and there was lots of champagne. What's it, 4 weeks later? 5 weeks later? Yeah. Surprise!
Something unexpected popped up.
It's the most fantastic news I'd ever heard in my life, to be honest.
Now, little Evelyn has just turned 1. The young couple has since taken on a mortgage on the
Oh, snap.
that was desperately renovated to turn it into their family home.
You want me down to the cheeks. You don't want nothing to eat. You're hungry.
Finding a place,
Alright.
being married, having babies.
It's chicken down there.
Just thinking about redundancy.
All you want is chips. I want to hear no kind of something like that on my phone and shit like that.
They're keen to start married life on their own. With little time and money for a big wedding, Rachel stumbled across a unique alternative. A pop-up wedding.
The Google search I'm putting tickets to wedding. Martin's pop-up weddings came up. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds so cool. Google away. Oh yeah, it's across the road. Okay, lovely.
So you actually literally put your head down and
All for the inclusive price of just $5,500.
Nice to see you.
Pop-up wedding includes everything that you need to have a really good experience. First of all, you get a lovely venue. Ta-da! You get a marriage celebrant who runs the event
Man.
from the beginning to the end.
Vigo did look like Gerald of Rivia though, didn't he?
And the couple get an album of all the photographs that were taken during the ceremony.
He was Monkeyman of
They will
Nottingham.
have just 2 hours
He was Bonnie of Monkeyman.
Rock up for 2 hours.
You're in, you're out.
Yeah.
The $5,500? You got me and my motherfucking family fucked up.
David and Helen are getting married on the Nepean River in Penrith.
Fucking pop-up wedding for $5,500 and all y'all get is 2 fucking hours.
Bell,
Oh, hell no.
We can't go over $6,000.
Shit, we paid what we paid for our wedding reception,
the
baby.
problem is,
We had that motherfucker at 12 o'clock, you know?
vote.
We
$7,000.
paid up $7,000 shit.
Tight budget.
Our bank account is zero. Zero when we started. Zero when we ended. Hello, Carol. How you going?
Our motherfucker was up. We had that motherfucker from 3 to 12 o'clock at night. From 3:30 in the afternoon to 12 o'clock at night.
For $77.
That's a good time. Everybody had a good time.
Before we made the final payment,
Smoking.
the bill, we're wondering if you could have a thing, maybe how we can bring the cost down a little bit, just to make our budget. And we'll just go over it all up and add everything up. Like those browsers.
So we're speaking where, you know, we're 3 days before, so we're pretty much set in state. Everything's ready to go. So, yeah.
That sounds like a very polite no. It was worth a shot, but it looks like this cash-strapped couple will have to come up with another way to save money.
Yeah, it's just sort of like rolling around. You can see her rolling around. They went up like a potion.
Ellen has had one last idea to make up for their $200 shortfall, but it's not for every bride to be. At beautiful 1 Mile Beach at Foster, Catherine's wrangled the family together to run through the to-do list at their reception venue, the newly renovated local surf club.
So everyone will have a list of what they need to do, and everyone will have everyone's list, so no one gets confused who's doing what.
And once again, she's managed to get something at the lowest possible price.
So my dad is a life member at the surf club, and he was able to negotiate with them. Being open baby girl.
It's $750 or $800 for the club, and there's a $400 bond on it, so you get that back. If you like to leave the place tied in between. If this was in Sydney, you'd be paying through the nose. Why shouldn't you save money? If you can save money on a wedding, put it into a house. I think it's the Aussie dream.
With plenty of things still to do, there's no questioning who's running this show.
Definitely Catherine's got the big say in things.
But a cocktail flashy machine, wine, champagne.
But let's not forget about Kat's fiancé Mark and his wedding outfit.
What's Mark's going to put towards the ladies?
Everyone's got their own designated wine glass. Everyone will back
And Mark finally stepped up to the plate and taking control of the wedding.
Mark is insisting that we're having gourmet pizzas.
Certainly my friend's birthday party, they came and we liked the food, so it's simple, yeah.
For any wedding on a budget, there is no contest between the cost of canapes versus pizza.
$50 plus that's generally a standard for a sit-down meal. You're not even getting alcohol for most weddings, so we thought $18 a head, why not?
And what about dessert?
The dessert piece, well,
It's just a wedding, we don't do that.
With everything that needs to get done, Kat is more like a drill sergeant yelling at the troops to prepare for battle.
put the table up and then we'll move it around. Hopefully one underneath the kitchen. Underneath one! Maybe in the kitchen where there's lots of space. Oh, can I have those pieces? So a lot to do, everything. Tables, alcohol, preparation. So, need to get moving.
At the same time, she's managed to sell even more of her wedding stuff before she's even used it.
So people come in and pick up some things Saturday morning, so I sold. That's $84 a month.
Damn, you're a lead.
In the morning, although they intend on having pizza for entree, mains, and dessert, Kat is also having a bite. Hostess.
These are my favourite lollies.
I'll tell you what, I did some lollies last night.
How much do I get for the water? It's just a cent on the adult. Wow, I think one of the kids.
Is that red?
These two look like a couple of kids in another kind of candy store.
That's your bottle? I have to go to the get over it. I don't know what wine I'm going to have.
You'll be drinking the slushies, Mum.
Oh,
I think I'll be drinking slushies. I don't really drink wine. Wine tastes like sour apple juice that's been left in the car for too long.
that's basically what it is.
Reinforcements arrive
Right.
to help out. So Kat and her sister-in-law can head off to the
Amazing sandwich.
Well, it's not quite a florist, but this is a wedding on a budget.
They need to be cheap. People are going to die anyway, so why spend extra money on them? So, I like
These days, the average cost of flowers for a wedding is $1,100.
I like that colour. That's really pretty. And then white.
But that's not the plan for this ride.
How much did you want to spend on that? Like $30? Kind of.
Ellen and David's planned wedding is in jeopardy because the cost of the Nipping and Bell is a few $100s more than they have. But their attempt to negotiate a reduced price hasn't paid off.
You can watch this.
Ellen's next idea to get the budget back on track takes the cake. Or more like, she's going to bake it and decorate it herself.
So it's going to be a 2-tiered wedding cake, and it's chocolate fudge. I just assume everybody likes chocolate.
Ellen has a few decorations to fit their sci-fi Battlestar Galactica theme. And while making her own cake is risky, it's a fraction of the cost of buying one made professionally.
We did go and we had a look at a few wedding cakes, from the local area and stuff. Trying to think, look at some designs.
You like that
how
silver?
that- Around $500. So, on my budget, that was nothing. So, in the end, all the ingredients come to just under $50.
With internet lessons, Ellen is on her way to having a beautiful wedding cake and getting her budget back to where it should be. It might not be perfect, and it has taken a lot of time, but Ellen wouldn't have it any other way.
Said that like to swear the teeth and a few swear words, but well worth it. Made with love.
Complete with a personalised Battlestar Galactica cake topper, which Ellen found online, the wedding cake is ready to be handed to the bride.
I've got broken hearts in this.
It's the day of Rachel and Craig's pop-up wedding in Mossman on Sydney's North Shore.
This is one of our ways of saving money for a wedding. I just can't quite validate flashing lots of cash.
To help with a strict budget, the bride-to-be is going to also play the part of Florence.
Now, I've read somewhere that people spend on average $1,000 on flowers on their wedding day. And that's some of these costs that would just look at reining right in.
Another cost-saving plan is to ask the guests for help.
I might tell my guests to bring along a bunch of flowers each. They can bring along whatever they like. And hopefully, when I turn up, hopefully what I'll see is lots and lots of flowers.
But what is the best way to deal with a large amount of fresh flowers after the ceremony?
So I really don't want them to go to waste. So we've had a look at the local aged care homes. So we're going to go and drop them off and hopefully write up some of them later today.
At the venue, the pop-up wedding coordinator, MC and celebrant has turned up early to make sure the day runs smoothly. But with up to 3 weddings a day, things must run on time.
Look, to prepare for a wedding, you've got to be highly organised. You've got to turn up in this time band, and we have to depart in this time band.
Martin may have his eye on the clock, but it seems Rachel is in no particular rush.
Now, Craig has given me strict instructions that he like not to be late at all. He's like, it's only 2 hours, it's got to be there on time. And he's going to be about it. Well, I'll put clothes on as well, it's okay.
With only 30 minutes to the ceremony, the boys arrive. With only one job left to do. The day is going to be a scorcher, with the temperature set to hit 40 degrees.
Okay.
And missing shoes are causing Rachel to break into a sweat.
Anybody? Craig has given my shoes some kind of storm spray. He's going to freaking die.
2 o'clock comes around, the guests have arrived, and the 2-hour wedding is officially started. With the clock ticking and no sign of the bride,
Now, I'm actually filling in time now.
celebrant Martin is trying to keep things calm.
Right, now look, you all like to know what's going on. Frankly, I don't know what's going on.
This pop-up wedding could be a fizzle.
We're going to have to postpone this for 2 or 3 hours, and if somebody else is going to walk through the door in an hour.
It's a beautiful day for a wedding on the New South Wales North Coast. But at the big side venue, not everything is smelling of roses.
This too is very dark. It's irresponsible dog owning supposed to turn its right the aisle so tonight the dog's out coming through.
And after barking orders at everyone yesterday, Cat has injured her best friend.
I don't know. Lost my voice, changed me, and now I sound just terrible.
Maybe this might help soothe her sore throat.
Now this is the slushy machine Catherine's been talking about.
Yeah, we're barking 70, and we've got it until Monday, so we can keep slushing off. What's it called again? Fruiting.
But rather than a tingle, this will have an added kick.
This is called top. In there. It was pretty expensive to have this washing machine, but like it was still cheaper than buying 3 or 4 cartons of juices. Because they're quite expensive to buy.
As the minutes count down to her nuptials, Catherine's off to get her hair done at the local salon, where she can rest her tired tonsils.
I just did a shot of coconut at Leicester, which would make my throat feel any better than I thought it was.
Honey, you need honey, Catherine.
Catherine on her wedding day. Thanks for the nice deluxe glasses. I know, they're beautiful, aren't they?
The hair is set, but she's not quite ready to go down the aisle just yet. It's makeup time, and Kat's got another cute trick up her sleeve.
My makeup is done at the chemist Costa, so you can have $100 on makeup, get a makeover for free.
This is just like a choice.
Yeah, flush your eyes. I like that.
Kat's mum Sandra tried dropping a few makeover tips.
It's only true from the story that if you've got pimples underneath your eyes, you can use hemorrhoid cream to
Under 2 hours to go.
there's a little difference.
I'm so excited.
Guys, I haven't even heard from the bride.
Clock is officially ticking on Craig and Rachel's pop-up wedding.
Oh, it's my shoes. The shoes were in it. Ah!
Oh, the missing shoes are found, but it's 30 minutes into the strict 2-hour time slot, and the guest is already lost.
Any time during the hour worked against us was too late to train out and all that thing, so I certainly expected Rachel to be a little bit late. Yes, of course. We would. Has anybody ever started on time? I don't think they do.
Finally, the beautiful bride emerges.
Let's hurry up.
Wow. And she's all set to go.
Well, almost. I just need to announce it very quickly right now before we stand up for a bit, otherwise you guys will just stick me on the floor.
As the venue is only across the road, there's no need for an expensive hire car. But in today's extreme heat, Rachel may be wishing they'd splurged on an air-conditioned limo.
I'm supposed to be thoroughly enjoying that right now, with all of her outfit on.
Finally, the wedding gets underway, with Martin conducting the proceedings.
Craig and Rachel are about to embark on a new phase of their lives.
The vows are read,
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Craig, take you, Rachel, to be my lawful wedded wife.
rings are exchanged.
Craig, I place this ring on your finger for all to see that you are my husband.
Without breaking the bank, this happy couple can start their married life together.
Mr. and Mrs. Craig and Rachel Alexander!
And when their 2 hours are up, wedding party and guests shuffle out. Craig and his groomsmen head off to deliver some happiness to some deserving locals.
Pleasure, my pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Yeah.
In Cameron, the weather is looking a little grey for a river cruise. But the bride has more to worry about, delivering her homemade wedding cake safely to the Nepean Fell cattle boat.
I'm going to have to drive like an old balloon while I'm on the today. So let's go around this corner and they're a bit tight.
It's a nerve-wracking drive. Lucy Ellen has managed to arrive with her masterpiece in one hand.
Hey, wait. This creep is that.
With only 2 hours until it gets to town, it's all hands on deck, turning this old world paddleboat into an intergalactic ship.
Where are the flowers?
And the bride is going a little ballistic.
Having plates on the table? Would it be bread and butter plates? Like this? We can, but we don't usually have them. Oh, okay.
Ellen has given me a photograph of the way she wants each table set up. And each table is slightly different.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want that like that.
She's also given me a floor plan of the whole boat as to exactly where it's supposed to be sitting and where all the cardboard cutouts are. Yeah, so it's quite interesting.
Emily, we gotta go. Yeah.
As Ellen rushes home to get dressed, the heavens finally open up and the rain pours down.
Show me what you have
They
in stock.
say it's good luck to have rain on your wedding day, but this is a little over the top. At her honeymoon cabin at the local caravan park, Kat is all made up, propped up, and ready for the big event.
Alright, we ready to go?
She's worked incredibly hard to keep her wedding costs below the
Got a necklace or
$5,000
something.
and has managed to have it just the way she wanted.
I think people think budget wedding means hello, not nice, happy, but I don't think that's what this is. We're getting everything that we want. We think it's nice and it's perfect for us.
And there's a few expensive wedding essentials they haven't been able to afford that luckily they won't miss out on.
So some people at the wedding, instead of giving us a gift, are giving us their service. So a photographer, the wedding car, umbrella,
It's a big American car. It's a 1972 Rambler, white, convertible soft top.
It's the only one in Australia.
He's lending it to us for free as a wedding gift.
And he loves his car. It's his baby, so he loves showing it off. We need to wrap flowers.
There's always time for a selfie. Before Kat cruises off to marry the love of her
No, you
life.
couldn't get no damn flowers from all just for your damn wedding bouquet.
Woods to see twist snares.
It's great.
Urgent scream that was clear to go there, Missy.
With only an hour and a half to go until Penrith couple Ellen and David are due to be
Go to
married,
the woods.
a
See if I can
massive
find it.
thunderstorm has hit, which may seriously dampen their celebrations. But back home, nothing can dampen Ellen's joy on her wedding day.
It's a big day today. It's here. Finally here.
After bonding over science fiction 5 years ago, today Ellen and Dave will make it official.
I'm starting to feel giddy. Let's
Despite the weather, preparations are well underway transforming this old world paddleboat into a member of the Battlestar Galactica fleet. And back home, Ellen is almost ready for takeoff. Surrounded by her mum and her loving family, Ellen is ready to begin her intergalactic journey. And thanks to her mom's wedding gift, she'll be traveling in style.
Dogs killed their man.
In Foster, the weather is perfect for a beachside wedding. The guests have assembled, and the groom is waiting at the altar for his bride.
Yeah, I think she's not far away now. We're moving the bins.
After 10 years together, Mark and Catherine are finally about to tie the knot. Led to the altar by his son Ollie and the little friend, the ceremony gets underway.
This day is special, as it's Catherine and Mark's 10th anniversary,
I did.
and they wish to spend the rest of their lives in the richness of marriage.
Catherine, today I take your hand as my wife.
I will love you and stand by you today and always. I give you this ring
Can't accept this coin.
as a symbol of my everlasting
Sorry I
love.
wasn't able to bring him back alive.
Wherever you are, my love is with you. My love is with you.
It may have been 10 years in the making, but finally this moment
It's dangerous.
seals the
If you
deal.
decide to go anyway, it's near the snares.
Farewell.
Time to celebrate. While the happy couple take off for their photos, the guests head up to the surf club to start the party. But Kat has issued another cost-cutting command. The bar has to stay closed until the couple gets it.
There's like about an hour now for a drink. The bloke's laying around outside there. I was hanging out and everything.
But her dad may have found a sneaky way around the problem.
Her dad is for a cooler. His own goddamn liquor.
It seems like the force is with Ellen and David. The thunderstorm has cleared just in time for their Battlestar Galactica-themed ship to set sail.
So long.
Dave has a simple makeover to become the commander. And even the celebrant gets in on the act.
It's not a liturgical garment. It's not a priest garment. It's a Battlestar Galactica robe.
And there's only one important crew member left to board the ship.
That's a jack.
With everybody now on board, the captain shifts the old paddle boat into hyperdrive and heads upriver. After a false start, the ceremony can begin.
David, will you give yourself to Ellen to be her husband?
Just like they'd hoped, this feels like a galaxy far, far away.
If only
Dave and Ellen say the vows they've written for each other.
I vow to love, honour and respect you for all my days on earth and beyond.
I will promise to continually be your strength, your teammate, your companion, and then I'll promise you to death or zombie.
Winds go on to make it official. Finally, the moment they've been waiting for.
Now you make his strong.
Dave and Ellen's hard work to save up for this special moment paid off. The ceremony has gone perfectly. The company of friends and family on the river they love, David and Ellen have pulled off the unique celebration they wanted to almost within their budget.
Jesus, well, $1 million. Priceless. Look at it. Absolutely priceless.
This ecstatic couple's wedding has definitely been out of this world. At the surf club in Foster, Catherine has ordered the bar stays closed until she gets there.
Yeah, we've been waiting for about an hour now for a drink. We cancelled orders, so we took a boat around, had to go around to get permission to open the bar up.
But her dad has found a sneaky way around the problem.
What's wrong with it? She won't let them inside. Man, my captain's not here.
Before there's an uprising, the guests take matters into their own hands. With the end of Prohibition, the celebrations can finally begin. And Mum gets to enjoy her very first fruit tingle slushy cocktail. The lolly buffet could be more popular than the drinks bar. By the time the happy couple reappear, the party's in full swing.
Everything's perfect. The slushy tastes like heaven. The natural is donkey. Got the right finger. Couldn't be happier.
And the slushies aren't the only thing going down well.
Beautiful.
It looks like Mum could be a wedding pizza convert. After all Kat's meticulous planning, the couple have got hitched without a hitch.
We've had a really good night. So the aim for budget is 5.5, and this is our 5.5, so we're really, really happy. Everyone's really, yeah.
But the night is still young, and one thing's for sure, this newly married family is going to get their money's worth out of every minute.
She did a good job. She sold him there all that shit and made them money back.
On this picturesque farm just outside of Byron Bay. And the father of the bride has quite a bit of mowing to do before the big event.
So I'm Francesca,
I'm the boss.
and we live in Northern Rivers, New South Wales, and we're going to get married with some nice cherry trees over making a natural art.
The young couple can't afford an over-the-top wedding, but a super cheap one is not what Fran has been dreaming of.
If money was no object, I would have a stupid, luxurious, lavish wedding. Absolutely.
But her husband-to-be has other ideas.
I think it's completely difficult. I must say, I said about 3,000 already. Total.
Rudolph may have a tough job to keep his bride from getting carried away.
I like nice things.
Yeah. She loves nice things. A lot of nice things.
There's a good chance they can tie the knot on the cheap, simply because they're lucky to have most of the expensive wedding essentials right at their fingertips.
My brother is a florist, so that's flowers sorted. My mum is a marriage celebrant, that's the celebrant sorted. My parents have a big beautiful property, that's the venue sorted. My sister is also a marriage celebrant and has lots of contacts, is able to get us a wonderful photographer, usually charges $3,000. We got him for $1,000.
But Fran also wants a big marquee.
We normally have our marquee here.
A fancy stretch limousine. But
My brother's friends got a really nice Mercedes. And she declined after she wanted the money.
So what?
and many other expensive.
It's just much nicer, I think, for one day. And that little bit have those memories.
Even though we're on the budget. That makes a lot of sense.
This
I want to get her bush. She said, bitch, we got a $3,000 budget. We don't have a $3,000 wedding.
Melbourne bridesmaid Allen is marrying her boyfriend Ben in 2 days' time. And she's about to show her dad the dress he's going to be gifting her as a wedding present.
Dress. How exciting! Oh my god, let's do it! Wow! Are you ready, Dad? Okay. Here comes the bride. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god.
Her mum and friends seem to like it. But what about Dad? He's probably also happy that Ali and her mum Shannon happened to be walking past the shop at the very moment the dress went on sale.
So this dress retails for about $2,500. Oh, it was so lucky. I cannot believe it. $800. And it wouldn't have been there the next day.
No, that ain't bad.
She likes that sort of style.
In fact, she likes it so much, it's the theme of the wedding.
Me and Ben always up the whole royal thing. He always says I'm not his princess, I'm his queen. And I feel like a queen in this dress. And that's who I want for him to see walking down the aisle towards him.
I'm Ben, 24.
And I'm Ali, 20, and we're getting married on a budget. I love your infinity. I love your infinity times infinity times infinity. Our friends think it's absolutely hilarious how much we love each other and how gooey we are. It makes them...
I thought Ali was cool.
Uncle Ben the stubborn guy.
But Ali and Ben lead a double life. To most people, Ben is a construction labourer and Ali is an aspiring novelist. But in their heart of hearts, he is Perseus and she is Aurora, and they share a love of epic proportions.
Oh, that's cool.
This is swordcraft, or fluff.
Fluff stands for live action roleplay, and it basically means living in your fantasy world.
Every Friday night, Ali and Ben reunite with their war bands, the Blades of the North.
They are our family. Most of our guests.
Consists of members of the law.
So Vikings, Raiders, and Pirates, and we have a few other things in there.
The weapons may be plastic, but this is more than just a game.
You can escape yourself, and what you do is you just jump back into time to your Viking Raider, and you have the sword, and you got
Oh, babe, we should try that one time.
I ain't trying shit.
What? Die. And if you win, you get it.
When they met on the
Yeah, we should try this. Live action role play.
You want to role play this?
Look.
Variable hunting people down. I was absolutely terrified of him. But at the same time, it was just...
We should do live action role play. That shit look fun. Look like they out there having fun.
And I liked what I found.
The attraction was mutual.
Want to role play this? On some of this live action.
What?
On some of this live action, dog. You got my money?
No, I ain't got no money.
Well, you can't get no live action.
That's free. Call me a freebie.
I don't know you nothing for a couple of years. I paid my debt to society.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You acquired more debt to society.
No, I didn't.
You acquired 18 more years of debt.
She's finding that pulling a budget wedding together takes a lot of work.
Do your budget.
Well, I had 36, I got 36 years. Let me see, take away, let me see. You got 30 years of debt to debt. Plus 18 makes 48 years.
I ain't paying shit.
we're just trying to
It's a bunch of bullshit. Y'all can kiss my ass.
But Smokin and Cheap is
What is y'all doing down there?
especially
Finna get their ass what?
kind of 50% dresses that I had been envisioning for my day and the dress that I selected to do.
But while getaways knock down their costs, and with a knockoff dress from the internet.
The dress was going to be $5 grand if I had gotten the original, and then I found it online for $350.
Mr. Chiquita has picked it up, and now it's crucial that it's exactly what Fran wants.
My dress would be the most important thing for my wedding. I think if I didn't like my dress, it would have jogged my tail this much.
Buying online might be cheap, but it can also lead to some nasty surprises.
I'm really quite nervous about how the dress will turn out. I've heard nightmare stories that dresses that have been ordered over the internet and they don't fit the bride properly and it's like cheap and
See, I got something that'll fit you properly. You wanna see it?
No, not if it's coming out your pants.
Yes, you do.
Beautiful. I like all of the kind of rough edgy.
Yeah.
You know my whip game proper.
It looks like Fran's big risk has paid off.
I
Yeah.
love the waistline.
What?
You know my whip game proper.
Can you go make your son a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or give me chicken?
This is my dress, so I'm very excited to fulfill it for the day.
The dress might be ticked off, but with only 24 hours to go, the rest of the to-do list is endless. And that is going to require everyone's help. Everyone, that is, but the groom. He's off for his bucks night.
Alright, you can go down there and give me some of that cheesy meat for your birthday.
Like
I would burn it if it's burned.
expectations for a wedding fit for a king and queen are rather high.
If money wasn't an object,
Did you turn out the black out?
Mm-hmm.
It's back at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Are you swearing?
No, see, I'm just saying.
We actually looked at cutting it at a castle, but when your budget is down the bottom end of the royal order, finding a castle may be difficult.
It was just so stressful. I was at the point where I thought that we weren't going to get married because we couldn't afford it.
But an industrial estate in Melbourne's outer fiefdoms harbours a saviour with answers to the young lover's prayers.
When it's DN, I may have burst into tears when she told me that she would be able to do everything for us.
It may be lacking a moat and stone walls, but inside this unassuming building is a wedding venue fit for royalty like Tertius and Aurora.
really doesn't look too nice on the outside, but...
Ain't no chicken. What you mean give them some chicken?
It should be some chicken in that Kentucky Fried Chicken box or that little white box or something at the top.
I ate the white box.
Well, give them some chicken from the Kentucky Fried Chicken box.
I love this. But there's more to this wedding wonderland than just...
There should be some mashed potatoes and gravy down there too. Unless you ate it.
I ate that too.
You did. For real? For real? Yes or no? Bring me a 7-Up.
Hell no.
Please.
The stars in our sky, baby. And the budget package for this palace is all for the princely sum of just $4,000.
Technically, $4,000 package for weddings includes all the decorations for the tables, the glassware, the dinnerware, the flatware, the 3-tier wedding cake as well. It includes the backdrop for the bride and groom where they're sitting.
And Dee is even going to throw in the flashing dance floor for the young couple,
Can you imagine it?
to perform a ceremonial song as a surprise for their guests.
Special song is "It's a Viking Ode to the Sea."
It's very related to our warband and our warband theme, and to Tertius and Aurora's characters.
That definitely sounds really unique. I'm really interested to see it on the day.
But one final request could push this friendship too far.
So we want to do a little bite scene.
So everyone in the wedding can get a taste of how important that is to us.
I want to be able to find some of that hotel.
Allie may be the first bride ever to carry a dummy.
Beauty. Here we go.
In Glen Innes, Sally and Alex are packing up the family and hitting the road for their wedding in Sally's hometown of Broken Hill.
You want to grab your dress, sweetheart?
I will. I'll go and get that done.
Love you.
Love you.
I'm Alex and I'm 55.
I'm Sally and I'm also 55.
The couple's whirlwind romance began a year ago through online dating.
She opened the door, kisses, put her arms around me and give me a kiss. I was sort of gone straight away.
Leaving Alex is a later part of life. I didn't think I would. I didn't think I'd meet anyone. And I did. He's a wonderful man and, yeah, just leads the way.
Instead of splashing out on a lavish wedding, they've decided to keep their costs as low as possible.
I bought my dress online. It cost me $300. That was such a big saving. Yeah.
With precious cargo packed, they're ready for the 14-hour drive to Broken Hill.
I'm excited. As much as I love living it, there's nothing like me to do it. There's nothing like that outback. And to be married there, it is special. It is to me.
Yeah, it all happens for us. It's a journey to the rest of our life. Did you fart? Oh. That wasn't it.
They may be a bit hot and smelly after the 1,200-kilometre drive.
Been a long day,
but there's no time to waste. They need to head straight to the best budget wedding venue in Broken Hill, the local racecourse.
I'll get our workforce. We're going to start with the chair covers first because they'll take the longest to do, I think.
With the wedding later today, everyone is off and racing to get the job done as quickly as possible.
Oh dear, we'll plan on this for a job.
There's only 90, and the odds are good that this shouldn't be too bad.
Well, it sounded easy.
I still reckon if they come in the door, they should have been given a bag and a chair. Just do your bloody best.
But Sally digs in and makes a break.
Ta-da! There's a chair. There we go.
There's plenty left to do.
Oh, beautiful.
That's it.
And to help go the distance, Sally has her family and best friend.
I've known Sally since I was 13. Sally's very frugal when she shops and she always gets a bargain.
And she's also rather lucky to have a few locals to keep the wedding costs from vaulting.
Alex's sister did our invites for us. My mum was giving us the cake and the flowers. A good friend has given us a good price on the wedding catering. She's also supplying the tablecloths, chair covers, chair sashes, all crockery, glassware, cutlery. So she that was a very good price on that as well.
Alex has also managed to dig out a few bargains.
I got the stand recycled from Glen and landfill and thought it'd be suitable for our table setting plan. People throw that much good stuff out. And it would save them 20-30 bucks.
Now they're on the home stretch, and Sally pulls out the whip to get this place into shape.
You look at the ball and think, we're going to make this look special.
With a few final touches, they crossed the line.
Ah, there it is. It looks fantastic.
And the venue looks like the winner.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it. I like it a lot.
In the laid-back countryside, not far out from Byron Bay, bride-to-be Fran and her entourage are selecting the perfect spot on her parents' farm for tomorrow's ceremony.
Where would you like the signing table, Francesca? Under the apple tree is actually nice because it's in blossom at the moment. I'd go that way. I'd have it here.
To keep her wedding coffee, Fran has the choice of 2 free marriages.
Because I knew to have my sister as a bridesmaid. I thought it'd be like a nice blessing to have mum.
Hell no.
It's
So sweet.
Fucking.
Such a cheeky.
You want to see a better jam?
Oh shit. So, better jam. Whatever you want to do. Shit out of it.
Which is really lovely. And Francesca's sister, Chiquita, she's also a celebrant, so yeah, we all work as a team together.
Choosing her mum also resulted in extra benefits of the mystical kind.
My mum was a clairvoyant. So I was always raised in that kind of background, and my dad's the hippie too, so loves the side chick and star signs, and so, you know, they're perfect together. Just stand there, feel the ambience, just go in there and then go down to the other one. So this is where it is, she'll be sitting.
If 24 hours away, this may not be the time to let the spirits decide. Francesca and I are quite different in personalities. She's very spontaneous and I'm very organised. And I'm really trying to sit back and let her take control of things.
Her dress too short, I want to see her pimples.
Ooh.
And her butt.
I want to see her.
I want to just switch up a little bit.
I'm not playing Injustice, son. I'm playing The Witcher.
This is a perfect location for the ceremony.
Is that from? Oh, that sounds
It's just fun. It could be a blessing.
No, it's for
That's really good to know. Okay, and you've got guests there.
spring is.
Sister gave the real cause of this spring.
What smells funny?
The farm's septic tank looks like it's releasing an ambience of its own.
Oh.
The septic tank has sprung a leak, smack bang in the middle of Fran's ceremony spot.
That's super inconvenient. Might have to choose a different spot for the wedding.
With time ticking away, someone needs to take control and make a decision. Frank, can you come with me? Imagine you're walking through here to the Brazilian cherry tree, right? Where there's no septic.
I'm just going to try to get Dad to fix it first.
You'll be digging up, there'll be a big mud patch.
No, it'll just be a matter of tape.
And we can cover that, but to cover it. Like with me.
Okay, so it's not about 2 weeks of water in the time that we're going to stand in here. It's really switchy. You're going to be in here, so you're going to be... I just think, look, that cut comes straight through here. This is a lovely open clearing. Okay? Yep. Somewhere else in there?
Just have a little look. Yeah. You can stay here and I'll go find it.
If we just pick any tree right now, it should take all day to go and just gently to the back. Yeah.
Fran's chilled out attitude.
Girl, you better move away from all that shit. Don't nobody want to step in nobody's shit.
Has completely different ideas to me, so it's been fun watching her process. Finally, a breakthrough.
She taking a poop out there?
The septic tank leaking. You know, the septic tank is just shit. Don't nobody want to smell that while they come. Watch you get married.
I'm sure he'll just be like, yeah.
Come on, it'll just be a matter of taping it up. No, you don't tape no shit like that up.
Plenty of other things to get done, and there is still no sign of the groom.
I'm leaving him plenty of jobs to do.
But this bride has more things to worry about. There's a chance the weather might spoil the outdoor ceremony. Lucky your mum's a psychic.
Only the other day, she said, Mum, how will it actually be the ceremony in the weather? And so, some of the angels came to absolutely
With the reception all set up at the Broken Hill Racecourse, and the wedding only hours away, Sally has been at the hairdresser's.
What's going on?
But the bride is not too thrilled with her hairstyle.
You can pull it down until her head on it.
Across town, the groom is super keen to get hitched, as he's arrived for the ceremony a little early.
Yeah, I thought it would. Means well to me. I haven't meant well to her.
Back at the salon, Sally has come up with a solution
Donald Duck's mum. Say look, Donald Duck.
A duck's butt may not be the most common request, but it seems to do the trick.
Yes. Yeah, that is much better.
No buts about it. We have a happy bride. With a quick makeover by her niece. The rest of the family get into their Sunday best. And with everyone ready to go, finally the bride can emerge. At the park, the groom eagerly awaits the arrival of his future wife. And on a perfect day in Broken Hill, everything is set to go for the wedding of Alex and Sally. The wedding day has finally dawned for young Melbourne couple Ali and Ben.
I actually did text her this morning, and she's like, you're the star of the most guiding love of my life. And he just texted me back and he was like, you're the rose amongst my thoughts. I love my life.
Ali's mum Shannon is on hand to help the bridesmaids on her big day.
You got 100 emotions when you're alone. They were just getting married. She's my princess, and she's going to be someone else's princess. Still, she's not a little bit. Am I getting you? You know what that is dead. Oh, that's hard, really hard. Thank you. I only been my daughter, don't worry.
The bride's usual alter ego, the warrior Queen Aurora, seems to have been replaced with a bridezilla.
One great cross. Yeah, make it look like I've got a little crown.
Who demands that everything for her wedding is perfect.
You're going to back down with that for a little bit. It looks fake, right? Yeah, you need to right.
Even the bridesmaids can't avoid her wrath.
I kind of make them wipe off half their makeup and redo it.
She's been having some reservations about this fresh flower.
The sad thing about it, I've used the flowers that, die slowly.
Flowers.
So I did check with Ali and said that's how much she wants more. I want one long stem rose. That one is rose. Give it up. Give it here, please. Give it up. Okay. It's going to go. Oh, shit. Doesn't need to be wrapped. Oh, I can live with that. Awesome. Your flowers done.
For her royal-themed wedding, Ali has given some specific styling instructions to her friend Bree.
The braid is like an ode to my Viking inner heart, because I really, really wanted to incorporate that Viking style into my wedding.
Well, the braid should have been started from the back first of all, and then went around. The smallest part is in the back.
Ben and his groomsmen have arrived at the park, dressed in their suits and armour.
Bit nervous. Really excited, but still a little bit nervous.
We're already gone over. We need to go.
Yeah, I know we need to go, Mum. But you say we need to go 1,000 times doesn't help me put my shoes on faster, does it?
It's not every kid pride's waiting for wedding. In spite of the moral support for his brothers in arms, the delay isn't helping the groom's nerves.
I absolutely cannot wait to see her. Something.
And at last, the bridal party arrives. It seems like the brave terror of the North West has a cheek in his armor after all. The lads have finally arrived at the farm after celebrating Roloff's Bucks night.
If I just go like 5 seconds like and put like
And his future mother-in-law wastes no time whipping him into shape to get all the things done for the day's work.
so point back out down here. Yeah, just cut down. Squash that and go up there. Yeah, after that,
Fran and the girls have headed an hour's drive away into town for a match makeover, but her sister Chiquita is keeping a close eye on the clock.
I had major concerns about time. We've got an hour for our hair to be done, 10 minutes for each of us to get our makeup and dress. So just to have to try and save on time. It makes it hard to come to there.
At the farm, Carrie is staying positive after consulting with the angels about the day's forecast.
the sun is shining. Yes, we need more sun because it's going to be a little bit rainy overnight.
But not everyone is feeling those positive vibes.
I think we just need to plan on the veranda.
At the salon, the weather is bleak, but don't worry. We'll only have 15 minutes to cut.
Yeah. So,
So the makeover is on the move to a nearby guest house. That is still over an hour away from the farm, with the guest starts to arrive, and Rudolph is dealing with a crisis of his own. The bridal party is now well behind schedule, and the limo planned at the last minute may not hang around for long.
The booking was made yesterday afternoon, late.
With an hour's drive ahead of them, they still need time to pick up the flower bouquets.
Pushing really tight because I've got another wedding to do.
If Fran isn't ready in the next 5 minutes, she will not just be late for her own wedding, she may not get there at all. On the battlefields of Melbourne, Tertius the Blade of the North shows no fear. But the very first sight of his bride-to-be seems to have broken this fearless warrior. The couple have chosen to have 2 ceremonies. Ali's father will conduct a quick religious one in the park.
Final advice lies the best of you and those who are best for their lives. Amen.
The guests can now storm the gates of the function centre. In what may be an ominous sign of things to come, a few seem to be armed and ready for battle. And true to her word, for the bargain price of $4,000, venue owner Dee has transformed the reception to display the colours of the couple's fantasy war plan, the Blades of the North.
People would be paying tens and thousands of dollars for a similar setup as this. We've chosen to say, hey, guess what? You can have a wonderful looking wedding without having to worry about the money that they have to save up or spend to have that special day.
In the venue's secret garden room, guests step into a fantasy world where the flowers never die. This is everything Ali and Ben dreamed of on the day they pledged themselves to each other forever.
Leah, you are my all, and I swear to be yours for all eternity, summer of my life.
my Rosa wants the thorns, my wife, my fierce Valkyrie, my queen, the love of my life, I'm yours.
Sweet.
Alex, it's your turn. Now.
You are the stars in my sky, the love of my life. I choose you. You have given me your heart, and I have nothing left to offer you but mine in return.
Great tonight.
But just when the guests thought they could begin to celebrate and start the party, there's an unusual interruption.
Oh, it scared that baby. It scared that little bald head baby.
And I said to our families and our friends about to say the two little words that I've only ever dreamt of saying.
All her life, Sally has wanted to get married to someone she truly loves.
Sally, this ring is my gift.
And today, in a little park in Broken Hill, her wish is coming true. It's time to celebrate, and everyone takes off to the racecourse for the reception where the happy couple can horse around. Yeah! Then the party can move inside for dinner.
And a little bit of this one.
The couple is thrilled with the way their day is panning out.
This day is absolutely everything come true. We had a wonderful day. Wonderful day.
Well, everything I expected anyway, and more.
Yeah.
And the day is also a dream come true for Sally's mum.
I was hoping that I could get my day.
How long ago was it? I might do something.
Although the wedding cost less than a lame horse on Derby Day, nobody is complaining.
Last night, great atmosphere, great place to have it.
To complete the fairy tale, there is one more important thing left on Sally's list. The bridal waltz.
Yeah, what did he? How what is it?
But there's a slight technical problem.
I'm not tech savvy.
Finally, the sound system can blast out their wedding song.
Get it, Nick. Get it up. Turn it up. Turn it up.
They probably should have splurged on a bigger speaker. No matter. These two have the rest of their lives to make beautiful music together.
We won't forget it. We don't want any of these guys to forget it.
That's right.
The guests at Ali and Ben's Royal Medieval Viking Pirate Wedding have been treated to some entertainment swordcraft style.
They scared that little back, that little bald head back.
With the battle over, everyone's been adjourned.
They scared that little bald head back.
For a bit of feasting and carousing. Thanks to the venue's $25 a head budget package, everyone gets to eat like kings and queens. And there won't be any extra withdrawals from the royal coffers, as the couple have made this a BYO wedding.
Bring your own body.
But now, Ali wants to say a special thank you to her original knight in shining armor, her dad.
I don't think I've ever cried so much. I know it's my daughter's wedding adventure, but the dance between her and her father just ripped my heart apart. It was just beautiful.
There may not be a dry eye in the But the guests have something else to bring tears to their eyes.
Bride and groom are going to be performing a song for their first dance.
Ben and Ali have returned to their fantasy roleplay world. And what better way to serenade the love of each other's alter egos, Perseus and Aurora, than with a Viking ode to the sea.
I'll swim, sail on the south sea.
On the Gold Coast, Fran is running late, and she's in a mad rush to get to her wedding. But the venue is on her parents' farm, an hour's drive away.
You've got flowers and stuff to pick up from all but you better get someone else organised for this, because we're not going to have time to stop.
To make matters worse, the limo has a booking for another wedding and can't wait around a minute longer.
I'm going to do my bridesmaid makeup.
At the farm, the guests have arrived and everything seems set to go. But the wait is a bit much for the groom.
I'll just go around there and
Of course, now that Rula has gone to answer nature's call, the bridal party arrives.
It's perfect.
They want the driver to wait so they can make a big entrance, but he has no intention of missing his next job.
The door is open.
The groom is in no hurry. And finally, the limo comes to a stop.
Because rain is an issue here.
And everything else is set to go. Almost.
Have you got chewing gum in your mouth?
Yeah.
Swallow it. Okay. I can't do both of okay and umbrella. I just need you to put it on my head. So that it's like not hitting you. On it. See? That's umbrella on my head. Okay, just let me walk on my own then. You can take it down now, darling. Thanks.
Thank you.
My makeup running?
No, beautiful, perfect. Thanks. We are gathered here not only to witness their commitment to each other, but also wish them joyful happiness for their life journey together.
Fran's clairvoyant mum's prediction it wouldn't rain for the wedding was right.
Tia. Tia.
But it doesn't dampen
Tia.
anyone's spirit.
He's so cute. He took off his clothes and started playing his foot.
Tia.
Considering the rides,
I'm gonna tell all our children that you get all your sponge baths from Eduardo.
It was all worth it. It was all worth all the craziness.
Yeah, I think I'm minus cost. Especially since I had to do most of the organising. But it's worked out just the way it was.
Ben and Ali are bearing their song for a captive audience with a performance of their special song.
Swim, sail on the sun, seas, witness, drown.
My dearest, my darling, dear, like you were put down. I've moved from my different all around.
The towers of the sea would never feel of drowning. Sadly, I know ways of life if you look at me. Ben and Ali have managed to unite three families, his, hers, and their Viking war band, and have shown that love really can conquer all, even the skeptical mother.
At first I didn't think that it was really appropriate to have in a wedding, considering I only have one daughter. But it's worked out amazingly. She made me see that this is what makes me happy. And it did make me happy. And it's exactly what she wanted, and it worked out really, really well.
They had the wedding they wanted, and it didn't cost them their dreams.
They'll make me happy. I did it best.
I'm John, and we're from Glenelg, South Australia.
John and I met on RCB by accident. I did a presentation saying he was interested, and I accidentally responded yes. So I thought I'd read for a while.
There are 15 accidents and now I'm on. What do you do?
But it turned out to be the best mistake she ever made. And her daughter Bridie thinks so too.
Being a father to go to Bridie was a big step because I never initially wanted children of my own. But yeah, Bridie's been a real bright into my life. She's sort of a touch base there, like most people's are, but she's really been over my life now. Yeah, I couldn't actually imagine this race.
Another Griffin, babe.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
I also don't keep up with Bridie, John. They just take off and get the car, get the car, stay back, and let them do their thing. Because John's a bit more picky, I guess, at heart than I am.
When John and Barb decided to get married, she and Bridie set out to find the dress of her dreams. But when she tried, there was a problem.
Try on that dress and lose 5 weight loss journey because I want to feel better in it.
Let's go, 20 seconds. Push through, keep going.
I'm in personal training because I want to look back on it and say, oh wow, what a great day, not, oh wow, what a great day, but the money went was nice.
Hey, babe, what kind of oil I use for the Griffin?
So they can make a big investment in their future together.
Beast oil or hybrid oil? I think it's hybrid oil.
Their ceremony park overlooking the beach.
And then our reception is at the step up to the bottom of the first. So, walk around. Don't like the idea of that reception because it's sort of not contained enough. That can help in that, I guess.
Bob isn't afraid to let everyone know
hybrid oil.
Yeah, I knew it.
Too well.
They are a crack up. I love Bob and John. Bob will be Ruth. She knows exactly what she wants, how she wants it, when she wants it, why she wants it. She's brilliant. That kind of thing for the wedding is black, mint green, and white. So we're going a bit different. We're having the black tablecloths instead of white, and we're accenting the colours through there. So, Lily, you guys will buy. Yes, those are these ones, and as well as all the trestle tables and everything. Very white. Very white. Do you have anything darker than black, perhaps? Black for a wedding? Yeah. Black for a wedding. My goodness. She's my first black wedding. So, we have had other black things, but not for a wedding. Just like we're gonna put the colour we've got some runners and stuff like that in green, a bit of black, and just the green up there. She knows what she wants, Barb, and she's gonna get it. We can do black. It's not a problem. Every wedding's different. So she's very pedantic, and yeah, she's not quite a bridezilla, but she's close.
It's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard.
The next budget wedding is in Singleton, a town of 13,000 people in the New South Wales Hunter Valley. But the bride-to-be is definitely not a local.
I'm Judy Ariel. I'm a pin-up model and a tattoo artist from Finland.
Cindy has left behind her life as a successful tattoo and makeover artist in Finland's capital Helsinki after falling in love with a good Aussie country bloke.
So I got divorced this year. Then I went to Thailand to have some time with myself. I met Stuart in Thailand, and now we're getting married. It changed my life. I live fast.
After 10 months of long-distance love, Stuart popped the question and Cindy said yes. And just 6 weeks ago, she moved to Australia.
Oh, you're going to love this.
But unlike Cindy, their wedding tomorrow will not be an extravagant affair.
We're getting married really cheap. because why bother putting all that money for one day? I'm steering perfect with it.
To keep costs down, Stuart and Simi are getting married at the courthouse in town, followed by a big party on a neighbour's farm. And once the transformation of her friend Deborah into a pin-up model is complete,
It's a perfect shot.
it's back to the farm to help fiancé Stuart with a few chores.
Carry across.
I like,
Come on, sweetheart.
let me take my doggy stuff to the other side.
Stuart's lucky to have met Simi while he was in Thailand, taking a break from his job as a coal miner.
Yes.
So what do they do out in the middle of nowhere?
It's a fuck.
Okay. Listen to this shit. Hold on. Listen to this shit. Did you listen?
You put it on me? Why me?
Move to the middle of the bush.
We don't even have phones.
It's no fun. Bloody TV reception. You can't even watch the TV.
So what do they do out in the middle of nowhere?
It's a fuck.
Cause they live on the in the middle of nowhere on the farm and stuff. And she said, we only got phone reception. He said, shit, we ain't not going to the TV reception. So the lady's like, so what do you got to do out here in the middle of nowhere? She said, we just fuck.
Well.
Oh, shit.
Well.
Oh, jeans, peep crack. She a pin-up model.
She won't be for long. She keeps staying out there with his motherfucker.
Yeah, coal mine mechanic or something like that. We just
no TV, no phone, no kids.
we just fuck.
Yeah, babe, that would be what we would be doing.
Yeah.
Simi and Stuart can't
We're
wait
gonna move out to the bush.
but they both agree it doesn't need to cost a lot of money.
We're back with a man.
More wedding
That's that one day.
It is. I don't think it's necessary.
So just how cheap is their court wedding going to be?
We're spending, what, $300?
It's now all Simi has to do. Survive the perils of the Australian bush so she can make it to the ceremony tomorrow.
It's massive.
In Adelaide, Barb and John are getting set for their wedding at the local surf club.
Perfect weather guarantee.
They've booked it for a set price, but Barb has been able to cut down their other costs.
We're doing all the table decorations for the reception ourselves.
She has meticulously designed the exact look she wants for the wedding reception.
I describe myself as very organised. I am very creative. I'm a perfectionist.
And by keeping a constant eye out for sales, second-hand items, and cheap online knickknacks, Barb has collected all the decorations she needs.
Everything I've bought for the wedding is from eBay, Etsy, Gumtree, IKEA, and
the retail shop. I can easily save like quite a few $100 on decorations alone.
This bride might be a self-confessed control freak,
Got your file?
but on the big day, she's going to be too busy getting herself ready.
I'll put a few of those on random.
So reluctantly, she has to hand over the most important job.
John, it's your turn. You're setting up the wedding.
Should have taken some notes, shouldn't I?
Possibly.
The morning of the wedding, my groomsmen, best man, and my mum will head down to the sofa to set up. We've got the keys at 8 o'clock. So we'll get all the tables organised and hopefully be able to go by, midday at the latest. We'll have to get ready ourselves. I think Bar's a bit stressed out that we're not going to get it 100% right.
It's a control thing.
How can it be?
And this trial run is John's chance to prove he's up for the job.
Go.
Okay. My green runner, middle of the table.
He's in the middle.
So we measure him. A bit skewed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
Cool. Next is the tile.
Nope.
No? Oh, maintenance first?
Yep.
Right. Measure on one end.
Yep.
Take your certain place.
Yep.
Then.
Look, on the middle.
Okay.
Next in the middle.
So, there. Tile. Middle.
Your file.
Your tile.
Yep.
One large, one big vase. Happy?
Sorry.
Sorry?
Yep. Perfect.
Beautiful.
I know, if I'm not putting that in the candle right.
Totally understand. No problem. Middle one. There.
Yep.
Big candle.
Yep.
Right in the middle. Ish.
Yep. Perfect.
Beautiful. Last thing, 2 candles. One in the middle of that.
Bigger. Yeah, under there. Yep. No. No.
No?
Here's something.
Oh, no, there's only
Okay.
what's that?
There's one more thing.
Oh, there's another time to do things. Okay. You're not many one of these.
You just put it on the table.
It's okay.
It's not. Don't go on the table.
Right. Like it?
Just on the way next.
Yes, boss. Everything handled?
I'm happy. You did good.
Great. Too easy.
I'm area.
Not good.
A+. Well done.
Tomorrow in the New South Wales Hunter Valley, Finnish pinup model Cindy is going to marry local boy Stuart. Their ceremony will be at the courthouse in town because it's cheap.
Tomorrow I hope not to spend a lot of money on the wedding. That's the idea of it. Not real. It's just like tossing money into the wind, I think.
Kyle.
I know.
Stuart's been saving every dollar for something much more concrete.
Here, man. Well,
But Cindy's not too sure.
So what is this? You promised me a house.
This is the start of your new life.
Is that going to be our matrimonial house? Home?
Yeah, it is. That's your house. Can you picture it?
One of my cars is 15 holes in the sand.
That's where I buried my last 15 Finnish brides. Yeah,
Who dug them up?
yeah, it's one of the good ones. Still trying, but
Yeah, you suck at that.
A few weeks of rain have held up his building plans, but Stuart can still give Cindy the grand tour.
through my beautiful lounge room.
Oh, is it your lounge room?
My lounge room.
Oh, it's
I'm
not.
building it, so it's mine. I'm not allowed in here. I'm not allowed in there. This is your sink.
Close the door, baby.
Spin it around. That's a picture?
That's a nice
Put 'em right there.
kitchen, isn't it?
Yes.
To pay for Stuart's wishful thinking,
Thank you, Lord.
and that includes the night before his wedding.
I do have to go to work tonight. I'm leaving, start at 6:30 and we finish at 7 o'clock in the morning. We've got to get married tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I already forgot. I was going shopping.
Coal mines never stop, so I'm got to go to work the wedding day. Probably not the conventional way of doing things, but I don't think I'm a very conventional person. Very traditional. Surprise. Let's see what for. Up you go.
Yeah. Bye.
As Stuart heads off to start his 12-hour night shift, Cindy Cindy decides to enjoy some downtime before her big day.
One hippopotamus, two hippopotamus.
Wait, I come down here every Saturday morning and do a training session with my first trainer.
Today is a special day for Barb.
The important for today is trying her wedding dress. I haven't seen it in 7 months. So I've lost all this weight. Yes, I just want to look at try it on. It's nice. Feel good.
Get to the bottom here.
7 months ago, Barb deliberately bought her dress 2 sizes too small to force herself to lose weight for her wedding day.
Barbara's goal is to get as fit as she can. When she first started, she hadn't done any exercise for I think nearly her whole life, so it was a long journey. And I think in the first 8 weeks she only lost maybe about 1 kilo. She got really disheartened by that. And then after that, we decided not to do nothing scales and just keep going and just do the best she could. And then since then, she's lost a whole heap of weight. She's blown her ankle, she's had tears, she's hurt herself, and she just keeps pushing along. So she'll be one of my gutsiest.
I use necrophagy oil for ghouls, right? Babe. I use necrophagy oil for ghouls, right?
Tomorrow.
That's okay. Things so long. Cat. You lost weight a little bit. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. So you're like something like this.
As well as her daughter Ronnie, Barb has Zach, best friend Jess, and John's mum here to cheer her on.
And how does this make you feel the first time? You said that the first time you felt pretty well, you had this thing like this today. My wedding dress. Retail at $30. And I got it for months. Do a sale and look up and do a shop. And here it is. Are you ready? Yes. I'm back.
But the first sight of the dress simply hanging in the room is enough for Barb's emotions to spill over.
Oh my God! Ready? We're ready. Oh, what do you think? Beautiful. Beautiful.
I know when she first tried it on, she got upset about the weight. She's been working on it ever since.
I guess normally the mother of the groom doesn't get to do this sort of stuff, so it's a privilege really for me to come and be able to be with her. Beautiful.
For you, it's beautiful. I haven't looked yet. No, there's no gear in there.
Really?
I'm going to, but I'm not looking until I'm up on the block. Because I don't want to see it. Oh. Okay.
A witch. What happened? The Floridians came plundering, looking for valuables, as if we was rich. Who killed them? Couldn't have been you. Must have been those beasts you
Imagine John facing things you want to die.
She looks not as bad to pin it up on her shoulder.
You picked a good joke. Oh, Jenny's crying.
The first time Ghoul came to help out a village in trouble. At this rate, we take the jobs off the notice board before. That's how it was. Right well up.
Pretty. Beautiful. I feel happy. I feel silly for crying, but I feel beautiful. That's like
You're hiding something.
You've got down 2 sizes.
There's not here. Black Rose didn't even find anything.
Yeah. Very proud.
Out of my way.
You did. Not that much expected. Sorry.
There's even room in her dress to spare. So, why not celebrate? With so much effort to get to this point, This might not be what Barb's personal trainer wants to see.
It'll make you work twice as hard next time.
The ground
I
with
feel
great
beautiful in
force.
the window.
Barb has achieved her goal and can now look forward to the highlight of her wedding day. The look on John's face when he sees his bride for the first time.
The most thing I'm looking forward to, probably the reception, I think, and just have a good time with a bunch of people that you really like to spend time with.
What about me in my dress?
Yeah, you'll be there.
Pretty.
That's great.
You don't think that?
I was thinking that.
You're not excited about it?
No. Just a wedding dress. It's a dress. I'll see you on a wedding day.
Stop.
Yeah.
In the New South Wales Hunter Valley, Stuart has just knocked off work at the mine, and now he can get ready to marry his flamboyant Finnish fiancée, Cindy.
I'm getting an Australian husband today. An Australian wedding.
Have chosen to save on their wedding costs by getting married at the town courthouse, and then have a huge party with friends and family on their neighbour's farm.
Yeah, I am excited. It should be a good day. I'm looking forward to it.
But Cindy will only marry Stuart on one condition.
Understand?
He has to get the job.
Burden you can live with. There's tunnels.
She won't have Stuart's ginger hair clashing with her own red locks. So, it's got to go.
Your mom is not
Sell them to
your
Novi
dad
Grad
is not
merchants.
So where did you come from? What do we do with his hair?
Dug through some metal. Found a chamber. They slept inside.
What are we going to do with
Filled the
this?
props or the ceiling
Jimmy
collapsed.
Vanderhead.
Didn't bury the monster though.
Looks like a hedgehog.
With Stuart's hair sorted, Cindy gets to work on her own
Give me the key to the door.
I think I'm going to
Go in.
turn a couple of heads today.
Pour
Look at
wax
those
to its
big
head. Tell you your fortune.
weird
Now give me the key.
wedding dress.
So,
Most
correct me if
people
I'm
are
wrong.
using it.
You dug through to the monster's lair.
While Cindy gets to work on her own
Guardians
makeover.
opened it again to look for treasure. Each killed the black
Stuart
angel and
heads
turned to
into
its
town
lair.
for his
He
last
went to bury the
breakfast
corpses,
as a
but their
bachelor.
stench lured ghouls to the village. Now I'm here. Sound about right? 'Tis as you say. Yes. I'm going down there. If I'm gone wrong, run.
Thank you.
Barring the door and hearing it shut
And
resolves
it's
nothing.
goodbye to life
Other ways out
as
of the
a
tunnels.
single
Gotta
man.
be.
After a quick change in the pub toilet, he's off to the courthouse to marry the Finnish pin-up tattoo model of his dreams. It's a stunning day in Adelaide, and all the signs are good that tomorrow will be the same for Barb and John's wedding at their local surf club. But for now, John needs to hit the road.
The night before the wedding, I will be in my Brisbane house out on the coast.
Next time you see me, I'm going to be your wife.
My best man and I will stay there and just stay up the night while Barb's here with her bridesmaids and her friends. So we won't see each other until the next morning.
And more importantly, John has the daunting task of setting the table decorations to meet Barb's high expectations.
Don't forget to do everything right before we do anything.
Alright.
Make sure it's great. Love you. See you tomorrow. Holy crap, I'm going to cry.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
That's ridiculous.
But Barb won't be too lonely because the girls are here to help with some home-styled wedding pampering.
You didn't want to go and treat yourself to like a manicure and pedicure. Well, I think if I can do it out myself, I'll get you to do it as soon as I do one. So I get a check for about $8,400. Yeah.
Hey!
Hi! How are you doing? Hello. Right now, it's just a weird side. I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's not the only thing to surprise Barb's younger sister.
Is everything okay? Yeah. Oh, I totally don't believe that at all. Oh,
No, I mean, you're the learning time. You don't believe it, isn't it? Yeah. You can't do mistakes.
And bridesmaid Jess has been to pick up her wedding essentials.
I have your flowers. I put mine from scratch. Ready? Yeah. Alright. Oh.
Holy crap.
Ready? Show me the door. Yeah. Look, Brownie, it's yours. Don't let it. One night someone did the work. Yeah. And I take this back. And you're done. $100. Really? That's what I'm saying. Don't they just one of them and what? Yeah, you have to get one. What do they do? Don't they get married? Throw a bride away.
Very gorgeous.
Can I have it till tomorrow, sweetheart? There's one other important item that needs to wait until tomorrow. Barb's wedding dress. It may have come at a bargain price, but it was literally paid for with her sweat and tears. Just putting it on will be like a dream coming true.
I'm so excited that it's all here. I never thought of getting married, let alone in that dress. Didn't think I could get it happy. 12 months ago, I was just in a really dark place. Life kind of sucked. I was so sad all the time, and now I'm getting married tomorrow, and just no matter how bad things get, they always get better. That's it.
In Singleton, New South Wales, a nervous steward is waiting for Cindy to arrive for their courthouse wedding. And in this small country town, for some reason, Cindy seems to be attracting a bit of attention.
Hi, babe.
Look at you.
Getting married.
I know.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Do the courthouse.
Singleton Courthouse.
Waiting inside is Linda the celebrant and photographer Jamie. With family and friends as witnesses, Cindy and Stuart's $300 court wedding can begin.
I should take you, Cindy, to be my lawful wedded wife.
When it's Cindy's turn, there is a slight language barrier.
I call upon the persons here present. I call on the presence of what? Do you like that? I call upon the persons here present. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I.
But it's all smooth sailing from here.
Be my lawful wedded husband.
I marry you with this ring.
With all that I have.
With all that I have.
And all that I own. All that I have.
Cindy and Stuart chose their rings together on a shopping trip.
I don't know how to do it. I like it. I marry you with this ring. I marry you with this ring. Like this ring. With all that I have. With all that I have.
Found an Ekimara living underground. Must have been asleep for centuries.
The only thing left to do now is to sign on the dotted line to make it official.
What now we married?
Done.
Cut off his head, drive a stake
I never
through its
thought that
body.
I would do this
Did what I
again.
had to.
Yeah.
Don't
Hang
go
on
down
to
in
it so I
those
don't lose
tunnels
it.
anymore. Ekamara aren't known to be loners. We did hire
Yeah.
you.
No, we have to be
Still,
around.
seems you deserve you bet I do.
Yes, sir.
Pay up.
So now they're off to the neighbour's farm for a wedding celebration like no other. But first, Cindy needs to make another jaw-dropping wardrobe change that is sure to cause a buzz. It's wedding day in Adelaide, and there isn't much money left in Barb's wedding kitty, but she has found a few ways to stretch her tight budget to the limit.
I have my hairdresser who comes to do my cuts in my hair. She's going to do my hair, and again, because she's freelance, it's a third of the price I was going to pay in a salon.
Also on hand is her friend Dee, who's flown down from Sydney for the wedding and to help Barb save a pretty penny on professional makeup.
Saving $100, that's a lot of money today. We're saving $400.
But amidst all this frenetic activity, Barb is stressing out that John isn't following her detailed decorating instructions at the surf club.
I'm really nervous now. I'm more nervous about the setup than I am about getting that. When I miss me if I go for an hour.
So make sure when you put the lanterns on, one hand is pointing out. It's all going to be the same way. You've got to face out.
You've obviously had instructions.
No, I've had commands. I wouldn't say instructions.
Barb's number one specific demand was that she wanted mid-screen runners lined up dead straight along all tables.
Yeah, this material that uses some suggestions.
Barb comes in and these runners except for straight. Johnson's up. Michael.
That's going to be in line with that one. This is where it gets to, you're going to get all 4 tables in line.
I just want to call John the other doing it here though. John might get angry if I call him.
Yes.
3, 4, 722 beats each.
That's what every table has to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 quarters full, candle, clean mirrors aisle, bathers, runner, lanterns.
Forgetting that. John.
Yeah.
Have place cards, posters, advice for the new Mr. and Mrs. Wearing and good plates.
They don't need plates. There's something to go with plates.
Finally, the temptation to find out if everything is perfect is too much.
So, if it all does it look good? Can you send some photos through? Yeah. Pretty much.
John doesn't know that there's a spy in his midst.
Ooh, that does look good. I have photos.
This should set Barb's perfectionist mind at ease.
Well, that table runner is very crooked.
That's not the
Oh, I wouldn't want to be.
But there's another detail that this perfectionist bride is not happy with.
They don't look mint. What does it? Those sashes don't look mint.
They are mint.
They just look really bright in that photo.
Because it's in the light.
Green don't look mint green. They look like a lime kind of brighter green. Ooh, they're supposed to be mint. Everything else was mint.
It's too late to change them now.
It is mint. It's just the light from him taking a picture.
Nailed the brief.
But it's nice.
Don't touch anything.
That's right.
I'm taking Barb and be very happy.
Oh, I should love it. I don't think Bryce can have fun with anything though.
Unfortunately, when it comes to his own bride, he may be right.
Feel bad.
Don't feel bad. But I want other people to trust him, so do. Sweetheart. He knows you trust him. You know what? I'm getting the photos.
After meeting in Thailand 12 months ago, Cindy and Stuart got officially hitched at the Singleton courthouse.
It's a red hair colour, well, just drop.
And now they're preparing to do it all again, this time in true Aussie style. Friends and family are setting up camp on a nearby farm, which has been kindly donated by Cindy and Stuart's neighbour, Jackie. She also happens to be a great cook and has generously offered to do all the catering, saving the couple a small fortune.
They have just covering my costs. They said that would be a gift, so that'd be nice.
Jackie's not the only one who's willing to go to great lengths for the newlyweds. Out in the shed, their friend Megan, who happens to own Mr. and Mrs. Events, is using all her resources and talent to turn a big shed into a spectacular reception venue.
For a setup, as we've done for Cindy's Stuart today, would be around $4,500, and they're getting it for $400. It is a crazy cheap setup because Cindy's an amazing person, and I feel stoked to be part of her life.
With all the help from their friends, Cindy and Stuart have a wedding which would normally cost thousands of dollars. While the finishing touches to the venue are sorted out, the finished bride is setting her own final details in place.
Work!
With this last-minute repair complete, it's time to kick this party off.
Right, let's do it.
For a woman who says she lives her life fast, would she arrive to her own wedding. It's finally Barb's time to get married. And she's rather determined to do it her way. Soon she'll be heading to a local park to marry the love of her life.
I actually feel pretty good. I don't feel nervous at all. I'm actually quite keen to get married, and just feel like with my friends and family. What do you say?
Right, ready, girls? You like it?
You like it? For the record, you must wait up. No kids! Because I will cry. Give the red carpet! Oh, the flowers! Oh! Wow! Oh my goodness, that was close!
I definitely need my words on that one.
So was it worth all her hard work to lose those kilos?
It wouldn't have bothered me either way. But Barb's point of view, it's something she had to do, it's something that she needed to do for herself to make herself feel beautiful on her wedding day, and she's absolutely nailed it, so.
Walking towards Joe, I'm excited. I'm not nervous, I'm just excited. All the planning, let's do it. Let's go.
Hello? Good. Right?
Yeah, can I give you a hug?
I don't know.
Hello. We are here today to celebrate the love that Barbara and John have for each other and to give social recognition to their decision to accept each other totally and to share their lives together. Ask Michael to step forward with the ring. Do you, John, take Barbara to be your lawfully wedded wife, and you give this ring as your gift to show your love?
I do.
Barbara. Take that out. Hang on. There you go. Is that, do you, Barbara, give this ring as your gift to show your love? Yeah, I do. Barbara, please repeat after me. I, Barbara, take you, John, to be my lawful wedded husband. John, you may kiss your stunning wife. I'm just wet.
Thanks.
I didn't try to get married, and I was happy. I set my ways, but then when I first met John, it was just that everything was easy. Nothing was hard. I'm going around for you.
All together, it's now to celebrate the new marriage. And it seems like everyone loves the look of the room.
The colour scheme was fantastic. I'm not a great lover of black, but some people these days like it.
But what will the toughest judge think of John's handiwork?
Ah, pretty! How pretty is that? That's really good.
I didn't know that John did most of that. I thought Barb did most of it, to be honest. I think he's done a great job, so well done to you.
Oh, you did good! Oh, we set up, I think, amazing. We've done such a good job. And I was worried that that's just weren't it, but they're it, and I'm happy. I'm happy it's done so good. It's so pretty. John, you done good.
But when you have a wedding on a budget, it's a bit hard to please everyone.
There's no grog, you've got to buy your own grog.
She said there's no rum, you gotta buy your own.
I was happy with that. Barb had everything came in, so everything's good.
Granny was upset. Babe. Babe. The granny was upset. She said there's no rum. You got to buy your own rum.
So for Cindy and Stuart, their second wedding is all a bit of fun.
Now, I'm not a reverend, a rabbi, or healer. I'm just one of Stuart's mates, dragging the old day of the woman in his place. I can't think of a better way.
Thank you. It's a lie, but it's nice.
They've done it all before, so the rings go on without a hitch. And they couldn't have planned a more perfect backdrop.
Cliche, who did this?
It's a beautiful Aussie farm wedding.
By the power invested in me by the internet, I now pronounce you TGAN&GpG. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present Mr. and Mrs. Stuart and Sini Fox.
As the sun goes down, Jackie ramps it up in the kitchen. And it's a BYO wedding, so guests keep their eskies close as they take their seats in the transformed shed. While Cindy's onto wardrobe change number 3. Dinner is served, and Jackie's food is disappearing fast, and gets the thumbs up from Stuart's mum, Debbie.
She's done an awesome job, and I'm so grateful that I haven't had to do it.
And Debbie also gets a mention in her son's speech.
So the night I met Sydney, I sent a picture of her to my mum, and I just said that this is straight off the phone too. So I said, Mum, if I don't come home, I've moved to Finland, I've fallen in love with a pin-up model. And Mum sent me a message, Debbie sent me a message back that says, Stu, I don't know if this is the type of girl that I want to bring home to meet your mother, but I know that your father would love to meet her. But Mum's done it now, and they're all good.
And now it's Cindy's turn.
I just have to say thank you. You people in this country are the most warm-hearted, open-minded, supportive people that I've ever met. For example, this wedding, we could have never afforded this, but all the people helped us from their heart and will to help us because they liked me and Stuart. And to be honest about Stuart, I love him and I love the time, every single moment. Even when he goes to the toilet, I shout in the lounge, I miss you. And he's like, Kitty, I'm in the toilet, for God's sake. I miss you. This is how we are. I promise to be the best wife that you can have. And what I said in the vows, I really meant it. I will support you and stand beside you, love you and hold you until I die. I'm your wife and I'm so proud of you, Space.
Now I'm finna die on Fuck Island. Tip. I'm finna die on Fuck Island.
Aussies spend an average of $65,000 on their wedding day. How much was this one? But our brides have other ideas.
2,600, like nearly half of their budget. You can't try my wedding dress in the option.
These couples will do anything to have their dream wedding on the cheap.
How much did you want to spend on flowers?
$30. Some may just prove that you can have champagne taste on a beer budget.
These are my shoes that I bought for like $10. Heels on them.
Others, not so much.
So Julie and I got busy yesterday and put black all on the walls.
But low costs can cause high fun.
Call me Bridezilla. Other guys 30.
So let's roll out the fake red carpet.
Belt.
Because for richer or poorer,
Our bank account is zero.
hopefully these mega nuptials won't end in tears. Tonight, we'll give the trophy. This loved-up couple have found a way to shave heat off their wedding budget. I'm very lucky, I must say. But an unexpected blow on their good day has everyone in a spin. He's bawling his eyes out. It's the princess dress she's always wanted. Wow. But will her wedding surprise have a fairy tale ending?
I'm roasting it out and see what you think.
It's bad news when this bride tries on her wedding dress for the first time.
It was hideous. Don't cry about it.
But she might not even make it to the altar.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Desiree.
We live in Barra. We're getting married in 3 weeks, and we're getting married on a budget.
Barra is a small town of 1,300 people near
You
town.
want to get married in a buggy? You want to get married in a buggy?
Sean works at the local service station in town.
How much you want?
And late one night, 11 years ago, Desiree walked in.
Desiree came in with a friend for a snack, and I was drawn to her attire.
But pajamas?
Just 20?
10 years later, Sean finally popped the question.
It took me 10 years because...
Can't rush these.
Well, you can't. And financially, we weren't in a position where we were able to start planning a wedding. We just wanted it to be the right time.
Sean and Desiree are planning a country chic-themed wedding. But money is still tight. So to stick to their $6,000 budget, they've been looking for the things they need in some unusual locations.
Hope your tetanus shots are up today.
Budget, it's pretty hard, but you're going to find creative ways to decorate things, so that's why we're at the landfill, but we'll find some pretty cool stuff here.
You'll be able to use those leads for the uprights on that candy cart.
Perfect.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Sean and Desiree are determined to keep their wedding costs down, as they've been saving not just for their big day, but for their future.
We've been trying for a family, and that's part of the reason why we're doing the budget, so we've got that money if it actually happens. And you can use that as part of this. Maybe do something.
Our creative mind can use anything and turn it into something important.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, I'm Trish, and we're in Scarborough in Queensland. These two met on Sydney's Manly Beach when they were only 14 years old. But they then lost contact with each other.
15 years later, we bumped into each other out of the blue, had no idea, and we just hit it off from there.
Me and T have been banging since we was 4 years old.
The day after we got engaged, because we love each other that much, but we couldn't afford it, so we really want to do it. We're really
Everybody know it.
But these lovebirds aren't only partners in life, they're also in business together.
Matt,
I'm making something to eat.
Remember we've got that business backyard on 26, and
I was hungry too when I asked you to go
we run a business called
put me some in the boat.
we do hedging.
And you burnt my shit up.
So if anyone else has a price that we know of and we're aware of that, we'll either become them. Business at the moment is tough and it is hard times.
We've delved into the wedding funds to start up the business. Hence, we want the business to take off so we can actually put some more money into the wedding for ourselves so to succeed with that.
One of the most expensive items to tick off the list is the dress. And Trish has snagged a bargain.
You look beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You couldn't look any nicer if you tried.
You like it? Yeah, happy with it? And I've got my little headpiece, so I don't know how I'm going to have my hair.
Will you take that to the hairdressers?
Yeah, I will.
No, you look spot on, mate. You're all ready to go.
I spilled just a little bit on my headpiece. That was $50. And also my veil, $50. I thought that this is really lovely because this is like the feature of the dress. I bought my wedding dress, a little boutique, and I think it's one of a kind. I have not seen a style like this ever. She brought out the price tag thinking, oh, it's going to be out of my budget, and I so want it. $150. I'm like, yes, that's coming home with me. It's so going to be my wedding dress. It's mine. And this is all I could dream of. I just wouldn't want any more. 100%.
After many trips to their local tip, Des and Sean have collected enough junk to use as decorations for their budget wedding.
Our wedding day is going to be held at a little church out in the middle of the bush. It's going to be laid back, very, very rustic.
But it's lucky that Sean is handy on the tools, because he's managed to turn bits of trash into wonderful pieces of treasure to fit in with their country chic wedding.
I've made 4 letters. L-O-V-E-S. We looked at hiring them, and they wanted $400 for the night. I just couldn't justify that when I could put it together myself for under $100.
He's also making rustic bench seats for their reception that will save them.
We needed 50 chairs, $10 a chair for the night. That's $500 that we could put elsewhere.
While Sean gets on with his blokey stuff in the shed, in the house, Des has received a very special delivery.
I bought a wedding dress off eBay. It comes from China. I waited 3-4 months to get it. Don't cut it. Just buy the dress.
On their wedding day, all brides want their dress to be perfect. Wow. But buying the dress online for only $250 is risky.
It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different.
And the only way to make sure she's happy with it is to try it on.
And I was come out to the mirror and see what you think.
And the verdict is...
And it was hideous. It was horrible.
The dress doesn't look anything like the one she saw online.
And missing a whole lot of material. It was like only lace. It has these nipple cups in it, and it's very bad.
No, it ain't. All you gotta do is take it to the cleaners or a wedding shop and have them put the cloth on it.
It's a bit cheaper, so I expected it to be a little bit pretty. I didn't expect it to be lavish, but it was just...
And all you need some rhinestones glued on it. Y'all need some black.
So many options, that's all. Yeah, but we're not doing that one online. No.
With the wedding just around the corner, the only option is to head into town and splurge on a full-price wedding dress.
She's stupid, because I wouldn't have splurged. I would have went to the cleaners and had to take the pads out and had to put a white thing in the front and left it in the front and in the back. That would have been it.
Trish and Matt have been going
put some goofy damn rhinestones on that motherfucker. See, white people need life free. I would be down.
What up, buddy? Mr. B.
Electricity bill in, and we were quite surprised.
Oh, it's all good, bro.
How much you really do save.
They even grow their own
Shit, I ain't on shit. Playing this down with you.
Nutritious for you, more healthy. Probably fine. You save about $100 a month actually doing your own veggies.
But just because Trish is trying to save every dollar, she doesn't mean she has to miss out on the finest things in life.
Matt does pay for me, and he spoils me. Well, the hands are pretty dry, so can you give him a trim, please? And maybe I might have a colour. Yeah, that'd be nice. He does my hair for me, and he does my nails for me. I'm very lucky, I must say.
I jumped in the deep end and said, Trish, I just didn't want to. I lied. It's therapy for me. I don't mind doing it. Made me save a lot of money.
DIY hair dyeing may be cheap, but Matt has managed to find a way to make it even cheaper.
I'll wait for the hair dye to be on sale or to be in the reduced box. I don't go out and get the $15, $25 ones.
But this isn't the only way they shave off expensive pampering costs from the budget.
Legs, son. Time for legs. Nice cool water for a hot day.
I actually used to get my legs waxed. but we cut back on that, and Maddie does my legs. He's been doing it actually for quite a while now, so I've been saving heaps of money on waxing. I used to get my eyebrows waxed too, but now we wax them, so that's even extra money we're saving. Oh, nice and glittery.
Shape, Amy.
Yes. We love each other so much. I mean, who would do his pampering for someone who they didn't really get really 100% love? So, yeah, we have a really special, really bonding love.
To get this makeover done by a professional would cost hundreds of dollars, but not at Matt's Beauty Parlour.
Hair and nails, all up, only costs us $8. And the money we save is going to go straight to our budget wedding.
Hi, I'm Steve,
And I'm Emma.
and we get married for under $8,000.
Very excited.
We live in Maryborough, that's 3 hours north of Brisbane. We have both been together officially for just on 2 years.
And now they've decided to get married, but an unavoidable situation has forced them to have it on the chin.
Yeah, I used to manage a petrol station for a couple of years, and then Mum got sick, so I gave that up to run the family business because Mum could no longer do it.
With less money coming in, Emma and Steve need to stretch their limited budget as far as possible. So they're having their reception at the local RSL.
Holy moly.
For Maryborough, it's like really classy. So
That's awesome. Well, that's goosebumps. Fair dinkum.
The couple have managed to find a few ways to bring the cost down even further.
The RSL has 3 different decor packages that we offer to bride and grooms. Emma and Steve selected pieces from our decor packages and then decided to purchase a lot of things online to give it a personal touch to their wedding. So it's made it a lot cheaper for them in the long run.
these are our favour boxes. They're personalised. One's a candle and one's shot glass. It costs just under $200. So that was a good saving.
Steve has also made some tough decisions to keep things cheap.
No champagne, beer all the way. This is a let's get drunk cup.
Steve may think he has an important role in this wedding,
So do you want these ones here?
but the head of this operation is definitely the bride.
No. Go for Monday. Monday.
Okie dokie. Emma is a pretty forward girl. She's like 30% in all that.
I'm definitely a perfectionist with most things. It has to be right. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being ultimate bridezilla, I guess I'm about 7 or 8.
She should be a fisherman. Catching fish a bit quick, but it's really although she can get from.
Queenslanders Trish and Matt are having their reception at the local bowls club, and today they need to settle on a menu with head chef Howard.
Hi, Howard.
This is a large barbecue.
Okay.
It's only $35.
Ooh, that's about the cheapest you've got at this one, isn't it?
That's normally our 50 minutes. But I can arrange, I can lower the price a bit if you really scrap the cash.
Really?
Oh, it's a wedding.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Howard works a bit of menu magic.
We can bring the price down to $60.
Oh,
Is that all right?
that's wonderful.
That leaves a very small amount left over for something special.
Is it possible if you could do a wedding cake for us at a budget price to go with that? Yeah, with the shops around.
50 people, I can do a nice mud cake.
Oh.
$50.
$50. Oh, that's so good. That's awesome. Perfect.
It seems like Howard's a bit of a hero when it comes to rescuing a catering budget in distress.
If I can help them out and get them some good food for a lower price, I'm satisfied doing it. You can trust Howard too because the taste is cooking and it's really good. So yeah, so we really like to make sure that their day is really special.
With their funds running low, Trish and Matt head off to the wedding venue to see if they can get a better deal. And what better place for a couple who own a landscaping business to get hitched than in a garden?
Walk in there, it's just amazing. It's just like, oh wow.
Hey! Beth and Rob Reed have been hosting weddings in their garden for over 20 years. To
everything about the place we loved, and we looked at each other and we'd like to get married here, we want to get married here.
Red carpet?
Oh, lovely. Trees, covered in photos. Pay up front what the cost is, and that includes a lot of the stuff that you don't have to go running around, extra expenses that you have to pay out. It's all included in this one package.
This is where you get married.
Yeah.
On the deck.
They've even built a beautiful wedding chapel for the ceremonies.
You're not allowed to cry.
Okay. So the package that we've chosen, it includes our photographer, celebrant, and high tea with the little canapes.
But the package is right at the end of their wedding budget limits, and there isn't anything left for other important extras.
We realised it doesn't include the accommodation, but Matt and I talked about that, and we might be able to work out.
But Beth and Rob have a soft spot for these local lovebirds.
They're not good people. They're battler's. They've just gone into business for themselves and they're really struggling. And like to help them out where we can. We help them out.
You guys have been together 10 years waiting for this day.
Yeah.
So I'll throw in the accommodation.
Oh,
So you can stay the night before.
When you order breakfast, morning tea, lunch, having made every cent count, a couple can breathe a sigh of relief.
That's literally the icing on the cake of our wedding cake that we'll throw in there.
So very happy.
In Barraba, New South Wales, Sean and Desiree are planning a rustic bush wedding.
We're at St John's Anglican Church at Woods Reef, just outside of Barraba. We've chosen this place as our wedding venue because it's just such a beautiful area and quiet, picturesque is the word I'm after. Welcome to the church you're going to get married.
There's 100 years old, and there's only 3 services a year, and this year there'll be 4 services because it'll be our wedding.
Sean and Des love the church so much, they've decided to have their reception right outside, despite a few logistical issues.
So a few people have raised questions as to why we want to get married here because of the fact that there's no power, there's no running water, no toilets, or you've got a drop toilet and nobody wants to use those. Just a huge number of things that could go against wanting to get married here.
Stand closer, put your hands together. There you go. So that's basically the distance you want to stand.
As they run through the ceremony, Desiree seems a little out of sorts.
As the first time I've been in the church, actually, and I didn't realise how hot it is in here, and I didn't realise only 2 of the windows open, so it's very, very hot and very stuffy. Feeling really sick.
Just feeling really sick. Want some water? That's it.
Just really,
Do you water up the car or anything?
sorry. While I was fainting, is I was going I could feel everything moving from underneath me, and just really pounding in my head. Just got really, really dizzy for a second, and my hearing all went.
Concerned that it may be something serious, Sean takes Desiree straight into town to see. Trish and Matt are heading back to the Bowls Club to go over the table settings for their wedding tomorrow.
So hell's cooking already.
Hi
guys. How are
you?
See you again.
Yes, this is my daughter Sarah.
Hello Sarah. Hello.
Howard's been amazing, absolutely amazing.
This table test run is to make sure he's managed to give them the look they want.
Oh, he got the run.
He's going to go over the top, I know that. He's going to do the LATC thing.
Okay, I think I like that one.
Dante! Somebody out the door?
They can actually sit there and grab a plate. When they finish, they can move the plate and get back to small spoons and put on the plates on the side of the
Murray is having the budget ready, not too good, but between the table decorations and what we've done then, it's just got that elegance into it.
Yeah, what's that?
Amazing. Oh, now also, Howard, I've got these little red flowers.
Oh, wow. Is it all you got?
Yes, that's all we got. Okay, just a couple, just to sprinkle in with a couple, just for show. So, if I choice on a 5-star hotel or a bowling club like this, I would even choose a 5-star because the friendliness, the just compassion, everything with people is quite amazing, really.
Having helped to keep costs as low as possible, Howard is their knight in shining armor.
He's been an absolute godsend. He's been an angel. Other than that, we would have probably really struggled to fix up like this.
We've done all the tea and the whiskey and done all the Richie. And I can't wait to taste his food.
With that sorted, they need to head off for a quick rehearsal with the celebrants at the wedding garden. You can't say the legal part today, otherwise you'll be legally married. Okay? Well, we won't go to it tonight. The reality is that they're finally getting married after initially meeting each other as kids and then having a chance reunion a decade later is starting to sink in.
I'm going to do it.
With one making it.
They're now ready to part ways, and the next time they'll see each other, Trish will be walking down the aisle.
Can't wait.
Although marrying Trish tomorrow is number one on his list, Matt's got something else he's really looking forward to.
How I'm getting there, that's all I'm going to be excited about too.
Oh, the dirt bike.
I've been on for a while, so yeah, no, I'll play cups. That's I'll be getting there that fast. Just will have to be down at the start before you know it.
Driving north for a couple of hours from Trish and Matt's place will get you to Maryborough, Queensland, where Emma is preparing to show off her wedding dress.
Are you girls ready?
Yes.
Sure? My dress. Now this one's a Disney princess. Now what dress?
Beautiful.
It's very big. It's got a big train on it. Apparently it suits me because I'm a princess.
That is amazing.
Oh my god. My dress is worth $1,400, but I only paid $1,000 for it. I kind of shopped around. Those are my wedding dress because I always wanted a big fairy tale dress. And I thought I should get it.
But that means extra savings needed to be found somewhere else.
And Brisbane, we got some $99 specials from Target. Yeah, I still was surprised. We wouldn't really know the difference, I don't think. Hopefully it was the part of the day.
In Paragon, New South Wales, Sean and Joe got married in a tiny 100-year-old church 10 minutes out of town. But during their wedding rehearsal, Desiree wasn't feeling well.
Sorry, I just feel really...
Yeah, she felt a bit faint and yeah, I had to sort of support her so she I didn't want to go into it. We took her to the doctor and he ran some tests and just to make sure her levels and everything were right.
But the doctors are news for the young couple that will change their lives forever.
They have the baby.
It turns out that we're actually expecting a baby. It's pretty cool.
Starting a family has been their dream for some time, and the amazing news is still sinking in.
Because we've tried so much and we've nearly lost hope, really.
We lost like 30 kilos each.
We lost so much weight and just for it to happen now, it's amazing.
It's a miracle.
That sounds ridiculous.
That's good, right?
Taking care of the bride and mum's baby is going to add to the challenge of getting ready for tomorrow. But that's not so bad.
It's not going to ruin your day. If anything, it's the best use of the gift.
Best wedding present ever.
In Queensland, it's finally the day of Trisha's wedding.
Can't believe the day is finally here. After a year of planning, it's just gone so fast. Yeah, I don't really just much.
And hopefully, Matt's getting ready as well.
Well, I think Matt's up to is, I think he's cooking the barbecue for the boys, having a bacon and egg brunch. And then I think the bike might arrive, and Matt's just going to be jumping over the bed. I can just picture it.
That's a life, mate. Kick you back over some breakfast.
Everything seems to be going smoothly until Matt gets a call that breaks his heart. His dream of riding in on a dirt bike isn't going to happen. He lets Trish know the bad news.
He's not calling back.
Okay.
Is he?
There's nothing else more we can do.
That's how I wanted to do it, you know. It's just disappointing that it's not working out for me.
I know you do.
Alright, cheers. Bye. Love you, boy.
He's bawling his eyes out. Yep. He's bawling his eyes. You don't understand how much this is. I wanted this so much.
I want to turn up with something that's nice, something that's genuine, something probably hasn't been done before, but I wanted to turn up and do it like and didn't come through, mate, so pretty shame for that, but I'm fighting. Sorry.
Get out of there. Sit down.
Always get up. Always get up.
It's wedding day in Barraba, New South Wales, and there's a big push to get everything set in place for the day ahead. The couple have decided to keep the pregnancy a secret, but tonight they have a spectacular plan to break the news to everyone. Sean has been trying to solve the problems of their isolated location.
There's no power, there's no running water. The only toilet facilities out there is a pit toilet.
Relying on this old
Close my door.
might be taking their rustic wedding theme too far. But Sean has managed to solve all their problems the country way.
Now, I've been on the phone, been asking anyone and everyone that could help out with generators for power. We're hiring an orderly for toilet facilities, and we've enlisted the help of the local butcher with his mobile cooler.
And thanks to the generosity of their small community, everything is done. Apart from a quick systems check to make sure it all flows. The couple can now go their separate ways to get ready. But Sean makes a secret detour to get Sean.
Gaz has never liked it, and I think, you know, if a man's going to cut his beard off, it'll be on his wedding day, so we'll get it off and make it happen. I've been threatening to cut the beard off for the last 12 months with an old set of sheep clippers, so I thought, why not? I'll let him have a go. There it is, look. Oh, look, it's good.
It might be better to leave it to the professional.
You taking the show?
It's going to be hard to tell who's going to get a bigger surprise by the new look, Desiree or Sean.
Holy shit. That's bad.
In Queensland, Matt's been knocked for 6 after receiving the news he can't get the dirt bike he wanted to ride to his wedding today.
So at this stage, looks like there's going to be no bike. We're still waiting on phone calls at the moment and fixes, but we are really running out of time.
Greg.
But the redhead gods are on Matt's side.
You're a lifesaver, absolute lifesaver. So much to talk for you to say today, mate. I'm so appreciative anyway, I tell you.
And old mate has come through with some classic Aussie wheels to get Matt to his wedding.
Old vintage HP.
Really? I held it up one. Oh my god, that's going to be so good.
Got a car. Yes, yes. Don't. Woo.
Now while Trish puts the final touches on, Mark gets himself all spruced up.
Welcome to Queensland.
I'll say, mate, I'll tell you.
Well, Matt's made it to the altar. Now he just needs to hope that Trish is going to meet him there. After all those years ago, meeting his kids, and then a chance reunion 15 years later, this moment has been a long time coming.
If miracles could happen, this is one of them. Trish, this ring I give you,
Matt, this ring I give you.
my personal gift
My personal promise.
of love and trust and pride, you are my wife.